Welcome to the Shiproom. You're on the air. The average height of an NBA player is 6'7". My next guest is a mere 6'5", which is maybe why he's in IT. I'm pleased to have Courtney Cole joining me from the Indiana Pacers, where he is the Vice President of Technology. Welcome to the Shiproom.
Nice to be here.
You are one of the early adopters of a new service from Microsoft that my team has built called the Microsoft Managed Desktop, or MMD. So for everyone who may not understand kind of some of the aspects of the Microsoft Managed Desktop, this is literally my team taking over the responsibility for deploying, managing, updates, securing Windows and Office. Tell us a little bit about what interested you about MMD and the value that you saw in that new service.
What really drew us in was the fact that we could offload some of the work, some of the minutiae that we have, and focus more on the business of running events and running a professional team.
What has been the experience for your users? Have you got feedback from them kind of before and after about what it feels like and their productivity?
Probably the biggest things they've gotten from it are hardware refresh, of course. They can use Windows Hello now, facial recognition. It's the startup time on the machines has went from a significant amount of time to very quick. Right now, they're maybe they don't get coffee as much as they used to. From that standpoint, very good. As well as when they call into the help desk, and they do have to do that from time to time, it's actually helpful.
There's certain commitments we actually make to you. Like, for example, you talk about boot time.
Right.
We guarantee that your devices will boot, cold boot, in less than 30 seconds. That experience,
Right.
One of the things that I hear from the customers like you who are using it is, it just is fast, it feels agile.
It does. It also breeds a belief in the technology. Our users, they're not techies. They really, I'm not saying they don't care about it, but it's not their core what they do. What they want to do is
service.
Turn on the tap and have the water come out. They want to turn on the computer and have it start and be there and do the things they needed to do. Definitely been an improvement.
One of the things that's really interesting about Indianapolis is the Indiana State Fair. And in particular, it's well known for the food it has. So we have put together a menu of foods that are sold at the Indiana State Fair. So this is actually chicken and noodles over mashed potatoes. Oh, that doesn't look like much. You recognize this?
Oh, absolutely.
Kind of like something my dad would make me when he was taking care of us, Mom wasn't around. Okay, do you recognize what this is?
No.
So this is called the fried brain sandwich. Fried brain sandwich. Fried brain sandwich.
Brain sandwich.
Okay, so we'll give it a try.
Just the name alone makes you pause.
So what do you think about brain sandwich?
I think the chicken and noodles was really good.
Oh, hey, this is sugar cream pie. You recognize this?
Yeah, absolutely. My grandmother made this.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
I tell you already, it's not grandma's.
Anything to get the brain out of my mouth. When we first started talking to us about the Microsoft Managed Desktop, what were the goals that you were looking at to help connect your IT to this new service that we were offering?
The biggest goal that I had, I needed my IT to focus on solving business problems. And what they have today, or what they did before that, was solving a lot of just straight end user deployment. So you're either outsourcing it, which means that you are constantly doing updates to it. They may or not doing updates to it, even worse, or you're doing it yourself. And that doesn't scale. So getting those types of very specific things that have done well help your IT department, but if done bad are just horrible.
Every organization struggles with a common set of issues. Image management, patching, how you secure Windows. The beauty of what we can do in cloud services, I can go solve that problem once.
Right.
And then apply that to all the organizations. And it's just, it's scale, it's letting the actual team that builds Windows and Office actually do the management.
Being able to leverage not only what you've learned there and how you bring it to the Pacers, the credibility it brings is also important, because when an IT department in a smaller company says, we need to do these things, we need this security change. Yeah. Normally security equals my productivity goes down. But when you have the backing of one of the top software companies in the world saying, no, you really need to do this. And here's why. It brings instant credibility.
Hey, that's the team's phone. Hello, you are on the Shiproom here with Courtney. Who is this?
Hey, Brad. Long-time listener, first-time caller. I have a question about how pacemakers can be more effective.
I think you're confused. We have the pacers. Courtney's making the pacers more effective, not peacemakers or pacemakers.
I feel like we're saying the same thing. No, it doesn't matter. Anyway, check this out. I'm a musician, and I've been asked by my local hospital to write a song to help educate people on their heart's electrical system. You know, just normal musician stuff.
All right, so now I'm curious. What do you think? Should we hear what he has to say?
Might as well.
So your chest is beating weird at abnormal rates because the chambers in your heart can't communicate. Well, this is what you've got to know. Tachycardia makes you feel like you might explode, but you can fix it with some implantable nodes. And being arrhythmic, that's not a musical group. And here's the solo. Not bad, right? Oh, and before I forget, any organization in the public eye is going to be a target for attacks. How do you approach security from a cultural point of view?
You can put all kinds of technology controls in place, and they do help. There's no doubt about it. You have to have them, and we control that. What we don't control completely is the user and how the user reacts to things. So a couple of things that we've tried to focus on. One, being absolutely transparent as to why. Why am I asking you to change your password every 90 days? Because we know that's hard. Why am I asking you not to write it down, right? And trying to show them why and to give them a good reason why. In addition, training, and you just can't do it enough. And it needs to be engaging. It can't be dry, it can't be humorless. We've seen great improvement on it, quite honestly. We have now people will actually come to us and say, hey, I got this. I know that this is wrong because of, and Microsoft is spelled wrong, or whatever it might be.
So it actually caught the phishing attack.
Oh, absolutely.
You simulated a phishing attack and they caught it.
And they caught it, right. They've caught ones that aren't simulated, which is even better, the real world,
So since you've been working with Pacers, you've also been looking for new ways to use technology. Now, we found a whole lot of passionate Pacers fans who had some ideas about how they'd like to see technology integrated into their experience. I'm gonna read you what they tweeted out, and you can tell me if it's a slam dunk or an air ball. So this one right here is from at Scrumpulence, and he suggests it's overtime, the mascots get to play.
Slam dunk.
That'd be pretty cool, I gotta say.
That'd be cool.
Pacemaker 1970's suggestion is, how about a 4-point line?
Oh, slam dunk.
Indiana Jonesy says, to reduce player injuries, use machine learning to predict the outcome of the game. Then the players don't even have to play.
That's terrible.
That's
I gotta go with there.
But it's pretty interesting application of AI. Pixie's mom writes, clone a few more Reggie Millers.
Pixie's mom's smart lady. That's a slam dunk right there.
While we've been talking, we have a machine learning bot that analyzes the conversation, and it literally picks out the 12 most interesting and relevant questions to then ask us. Okay, so if you were stuck on a deserted island with only one book, what TV show would you miss the most? How many people in an arena during a game actually know what a pacer is?
18,000.
What kind of connection do you have on courtside seats?
Not very good.
Is there a state that's better at basketball than Indiana?
No.
How good is your aim with a t-shirt cannon?
Pretty good.
Approximately what percentage of your shirts have the Pacers logo on them?
20%.
Did I ask you about courtside seats yet?
Yeah.
What are your chances of making a half-court shot?
1 in 10,000.
Is it possible to job shadow the Pacers mascot?
Yes.
That's it. I think you probably killed me on that one. Courtney, this has been a ton of fun.
Oh, it's been a great time.
Thank you for the partnership. Thank you for all the things that we're doing together. If people wanted to learn more about the Pacers or more about you, where could they go?
Pacers.com will get you there.
Well, thanks, Courtney, for being here. Thanks, everyone, for watching. This is Brad Anderson with the Shiproom. We'll see you on the next one. Vice President of Technology. Let's do that again. The average height of the NBA. Sorry, do it again. Yeah, sorry. Please welcome Courtney Cole. Courtney. I suppose I said Courtney Cox. Hey everyone. Now that you've watched this episode of the Shiproom, I really recommend that you go to Microsoft365.com/shift and learn how to get started deploying Windows 10 and Office 365.